Something I think we can all agree on is there's power in gathering. Bringing people together can be the catalyst of movement and change. No one knows that better than the leaders in this room. These honorees have shown us how you can use that power for social good. I hope this afternoon you hear something that inspires you. Now, before we get started with our program, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their support of this program, and I am so proud of these three sponsors. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Blackstone, the Coca-Cola Company, and Delta Airlines. I'd also like to extend a special thanks to the selection committee, who lent their time and expertise reading through all the nominations and selecting the deserving list. So I'd like to thank Lysandra Boykin, Dan Erling, David Lewis, and Crystal Edmondson. Thank you, guys. Now I'm going to give you a brief overview of the program.
I'll take it in cash.
We'll read through each whole category, recognizing each honoree. And once each honoree in the category is named, all honorees in the category will be welcomed to the stage. In lieu of the traditional acceptance speech, we've asked each honoree to share a piece of wisdom using one of the following prompts. Tell us about the most impactful organizational change you've implemented through the lens of corporate citizenship. What advice do you have for a change maker who thinks their impact is too small? Or, not all three, or what is the one thing businesses can do to support the overall health of our city? Now, we know it would be impossible to thank everyone who's helped you along the way, but you can try. So please try to keep your remarks as possible 2 minutes or less, so that the program runs on time and everyone in this room is getting equal attention. So one housekeeping note. If you scan the QR code on your table sign, you'll be able to view the program order. Also, if you're not already a subscriber to the Atlanta Business Chronicle, which I think most people in this room are, but just in case you're not, there's a special offer for event guests to sign up today, so we appreciate that. Now, to present the first award, please welcome my co-host, senior editor, host of our On Leadership podcast, and the jack of all trades for Atlanta Business Chronicle, Ms. Crystal Edmondson. Crystal?
Thanks so much, David. I like how you said these are the do-gooders. I love that. I'm so excited to be with you this evening to serve as co-host with David for such an awesome awards program. Thank you in advance for all that you do in our community. You all are truly amazing. So I'm going to kick us off with our first award of the evening. It's my distinct pleasure to really get our first honoree recognized. This category is Board Champion, and this award recognizes an individual who uses his or her position on a board to help drive philanthropy and employee volunteerism. And this person demonstrates a personal commitment to showing care for not just their organization, but the entire Atlanta community. And so our first honoree in this category is Chris Sizemore, founder and CEO of Incisive. Gone above and beyond for the Metro Atlanta area by dedicating personal and professional time to numerous philanthropic and community organizations for more than 15 years. As vice chair and incoming board chair of the Atlanta Fire Rescue Foundation, he helped launch the organization's $3 million Fleet Forward capital campaign. As the chair of the Heroes for Hope Gala for Hope Atlanta, Chris led the fundraising efforts and raised $1.2 million over a couple of years. And at the United Way of Greater Atlanta, his company led the development and implementation of a pro bono marketing strategy for Safe Harbor Yes. He chaired the nominating committee and is on the board of the Emory University Board of Ethics. Now, these accomplishments, as you might imagine, just barely scratch the surface of what Chris has done for the Atlanta community. If you would, please join me in welcoming Chris to the stage.
I'm first, so he told me I have 10 minutes and everybody else has to be quick. No means yes, right? First and foremost, just thank everybody, all the other honorees. You're an inspiration for everything that you do in our city. To my crew that constantly shows up day in, day out, call them the family. I appreciate y'all for always showing up. So I'll take the third question, and I will do it in the best I can as a Southerner with song lyrics. There's an old song I'm not going to sing. So there's an old song that says, "Life is not tried, it's merely survived if you're standing outside the fire." So what that personally means to me, and folks like Anna probably heard me say this 1,000 times, is it's easy to sit outside that fire and criticize and judge and tell somebody you should have done it this way, you should have made policies that way. But it takes special individuals, special organizations, special corporations to jump inside that fire, stand shoulder to shoulder with their community members to push back the flames that are hurting our community. So as leaders of organizations, I challenge you to jump inside that fire and push back the things that are negatively impacting our community, because we are one community, we're all neighbors together. We either achieve forward together or we achieve backwards. And so the point is we need to go forward together. So that's what I would do. And how much more time I got? 6. Thank you very much.
2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. No, I'm teasing. He did. Chris did very well, very well. Congratulations, Chris. And our next category for our awards tonight is Cause Marketer of the Year. And to present this category, please welcome to the stage Sadia Mossberg, President of the Coca-Cola Foundation and Vice President Community Affairs for the Coca-Cola Company.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Good afternoon and welcome to this beautiful, beautiful event. And we're here to celebrate, Chris, you heard from already. There are so many other amazing people here as well. But it's really the remarkable achievements that they have, contributed to, and all the things that they will be contributing to in the future as well. As a company that has really deep roots in Atlanta, we're proud to sponsor this event. We're proud to be partnering with Atlanta Business Chronicle to have a conversation, to just take a pause from the day-to-day, to really highlight the work, for all of us to get re-energized so we can go back and do more of it as well. But particularly really to honor these individuals as they've dedicated to make a positive impact in the community as well. Our company, is here to not just recognize the leaders just for the sake of recognizing it. We believe that corporate citizenship is really important. It's a core part of our DNA. It's how we strive to show up as a company around the world, but here in Atlanta as well. This year is a really special year for a number of different reasons, one of them being that it's actually the 40th anniversary of our foundation. Thank you, Anne. I can always count on Anne to be sitting in the front row cheering on. But with that, we've had a chance to contribute to so many amazing programs in workforce development, around first-generation scholarships, youth development, arts and culture, programs that really help strengthen the social and economic fabric of the place that we call home, so our hometown. Before we get on to actually introducing the honorees, I hope that you will join me in a toast and raise a glass or a bottle or a can or whatever you have in front of you to really congratulate all of the honorees tonight for the dedication, for the impact that they have achieved, and for all of the amazing things that are yet to come. So cheers. So with that, it is now my pleasure to introduce the next award category, which, as Crystal said, is Cause Marketer of the Year. This award honors an individual who developed a comprehensive marketing campaign that created the most impactful awareness and engagement supporting a particular cause. This afternoon, we actually have 2 honorees to introduce, so I'll introduce both of them and then I'll invite them onto the stage. The first honoree is John Dwyer, who is president of AT&T Prepaid and Cricket Wireless. He has been a driving force and a strong advocate behind noted cause marketing initiatives that are impacting historically Black colleges and universities. His work has helped raise awareness of HBCUs through the Cricket Challenge Kickoff and the Cricket Celebration Bowl that celebrates the heritage and the tradition of the nation's HBCU football programs. In addition to that, his dedication to the Boys and Girls Club of America through the 12 Days of Cricket campaign provides resources and opportunities for underserved youth during the holiday season. His efforts have had a significant impact on the life of many young people, and he's being recognized for his unwavering commitment to making a difference in his community. So congratulations, John. We'll hear from you in a second. But the next honoree, let me introduce her as well, is Nicole Summerlin, Luxury Marketing Manager for Harry Norman Realtors. Nicole complemented Harry Norman Realtors' People and Culture Council's annual charity event with a comprehensive 6-week marketing campaign. Harry Norman partnered with Atlanta Ronald McDonald House Charities for on-site volunteer opportunities and a donation drive. The campaign culminated in the donation of more than 1,500 care kits and individual items that were in excess of 8,400. Her strategic vision, coupled with her ability to execute a multifaceted marketing campaign, played a truly instrumental role in this achievement. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming both of them onto the stage so that we can hear their
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And David, thank you for the Business Chronicle doing such an amazing job with events like this. It brings the business community together, and so thank you for that. I appreciate this recognition. I don't accept it for myself. I accept it for the thousands of employees here inside of AT&T that work in the Atlanta community. We started here over 140 years ago, actually coincidentally about 6 blocks away from where Coca-Cola was formulated, and 4 years before Coca-Cola was formulated. And so it gives you a sense of the history that we have in this community. And we have a long legacy of giving back to our community, and this is just part of it. I'd like to particularly thank John Grant, who surprised me by being here today. He's from ESPN, and in cause marketing, we were recognized for the work that we do with HBCUs, which wouldn't be possible if John hadn't brought me to this cause and educated me and helped me through this. So thank you, John. As for the 3 prompts, the one that I would take is also the third one, and the advice that I would have for business leaders here in Atlanta really is something that just came to me as I was here. It's to lean in and volunteer. In the course of having a drink or two before this, I ran into old friends from volunteer work that I've done with Junior Achievement, old friends from volunteer work that I've done with the Boy Scouts, obviously the work with the HBCUs and with the Chamber of Commerce. Those are all causes where I came in to try and give something back, and what I found is that I got so much more than I gave. And those are organizations that have made a huge impact in the community. And so just be confident, make the time, and give to this community. It'll pay incredible dividends. Thank you.
I'm going to go right into the prompt. It's a prompt that I'm really excited to share, and as a young professional is something that really would have impacted me to hear. The prompt I'm going to share with you in lieu of my thank you acceptance speech is: what advice would you give to a change maker who feels like their contribution may be too small? At a staggering 5'0" 5'4" in heels, I learned long ago to erase the word small from my vocabulary. I encourage every change maker, every human, every person in this room, and every person that's connected with you to remember that nothing is too small. Think about your days, think about your life, such as I have. There are moments when you feel small. There are moments when you have bad days. And think about the smallest gesture of kindness that you can receive that can 100% flip your day around. Whether it's someone opening a door, someone saying thank you, feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling understood. So my advice to any change maker who maybe feels overwhelmed that, I don't have a lot to contribute, or they feel like they don't have a lot to contribute, to remember that small is not a word. Any level of impact, any level of kindness has the power to change someone's minute, someone's day, someone's week, someone's month, someone's year. So that would be my advice through my experiences that I've learned, both as just being a human existing on this planet, and then also being on the other side and making it a personal value of mine to contribute back to society. And that's it. Thank you guys so much.
Congrats, John and Nicole. And as a man who's 5'11" and married to a woman who's about 5'0" I think anyone who knows my wife knows that she is really the giant in our household, so I totally get that. But those are great remarks, Nicole. Fantastic, John. For all the things you do in the community, it's incredible. I see you everywhere. It's fantastic. And now it's my pleasure to present the Corporate Citizen of the Year honorees. This award recognizes employees outside of the C-suite who exemplify an organization's commitment to community engagement. And the first honoree is Chris Aaronkeel, Executive Vice President of Sea Enterprises. Since beginning his career in Atlanta 25 years ago, Chris Aaronkeel has established himself as a leader among the commercial real estate industry and within the city's philanthropic community. His involvement includes serving on the board of Invest Atlanta for the past 6.5 years. Chris was part of Leadership Atlanta's class of 2017, and recently was appointed to the Board of Trustees. He also serves on the Board of Directors for the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, as well as the boards for Central Atlanta Progress, Committee for a Better Atlanta, and the Buckhead Coalition. The next honoree is Reggie McKnight, Global Head of Social Impact for Google. Under Reggie's leadership, Google is investing in underrepresented communities, developing strategic partnerships, and creating meaningful opportunities designed to support people of color, women and girls, the LGBTQIA individuals, and disabled populations. Reggie's an active member of the Greater Atlanta community and involved with a number of leading civic and nonprofit organizations, including the Rotary Club of Atlanta, the Henry Louis Aaron Fund, the Lead Center for Youth, and the Posse Foundation's Atlanta Board. And the final honoree is Kimberly Pence, Director of Marketing for Scana Energy. Kim's leadership has enabled Scana Energy to align on community pillars that matter most to the organization, its employees, and the communities they serve. Scana has refined its focus on early childhood education through the growth of Scana Homework Centers over the past 20 years. Kim and her team have invested approximately $3.6 million, and the program has grown to serve 66% more students each year, reaching 6,000 students in 56 schools across 12 Georgia counties. This is amazing work from all three of these honorees, so please welcome to the stage Chris, Reggie, and Kim. Chris?
Good afternoon. I see many people in this room who've had incredible careers, and I'm grateful for my career journey. But at some point in our lives, we realize that the story that we get told as children of what success should look like by the movies we watched, by the television commercials, what they told us, or perhaps our parents' plans. They don't actually lead to the happiness that they promised. I experienced this personally as I was blessed with a successful real estate career in an industry that I love. And I had many of the things that I thought I would need to find happiness. But we all know better. Coincidentally, I was on this stage about 9 years ago receiving the 40 Under 40 award from this organization. One of my fellow honorees, Dan Gordon, suggested that evening that I apply for Leadership Atlanta. I got accepted and began my civic journey. And I feel like I need to give a shout out to Leadership Atlanta because I'm currently missing our board meeting. So that experience reshuffled what success looked like to me. Being surrounded by some of the city's most impactful and passionate people, my heart was all in, and I shifted much of my volunteering from commercial real estate organizations or business organizations to also include quite a few civic ones. It was just time to start paying my civic rent. So my encouragement to everyone in this room is to find something that breaks your heart so that you have the passion to keep being engaged, and then find an organization or start one that addresses that particular issue, and be a doer. Be the person in the room that makes the difference. I'm grateful to be working at Seelig Enterprises, a company with a rich history in community and civic service, and for a boss and civic mentor in Steve Seelig, who's been so generous to our city. I'm honored and humbled to receive this recognition. I want to congratulate my fellow honorees.
Reggie, would you like to come up? Here he is. I gotta give Reggie special props because he made sure he got here, but he first made sure he went to go see his kid's basketball game, which I think is, frankly, just as important as receiving an award. Is that correct? You got it. Did you win?
I'm pressing right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you to the Atlanta Business Chronicle for all you do in our community. I am truly honored and humbled to stand before you. And because I know the reason I'm standing here, because I know where it comes from, and because I know the sacrifices that have been made to allow me to have this opportunity, my advice is simply this: lead with love. Now, I know yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I don't mean that type of love. I mean the type of love that Maya Angelou says holds the stars in their heavenly positions and causes the blood to flow orderly in our veins. James Baldwin defined this love as taking off the mask that we fear we cannot live without, but know we cannot live within. My dear friend, Ambassador Andrew Young, would define that love as Scripture does: love that feeds the hungry, clothes the naked, and sets the oppressed free. It's the love I know of a mother, the reason I'm standing here today, and a father who I know is looking down proud, who I miss every day. So I'm honored to receive this award, but I truly hope that you see not me, but the passion and the love of the partners that I am blessed to work with. Partners like Kelly and CJ Stewart from LEAD. I see my great friends Monica and Randy from the Insoro Foundation, the Alzheimer's Association, partners like Atlanta Technical College, Steve Sterling, who's doing such incredible work at MAP International, my dear friends Robin and Zach Wallace, who are changing the world at Local Grain, our dear friends from Christian City, who truly lead with Corinthians love in making a difference all around our city. It's the love of great citizens like the incomparable Ann Kramer and Bob Hope, leaders like Dashika Ruffin and John Yates, Al McCray, who are all here. And it's the love of parents and dear friends like my friends Robert Bryant and Quinn Christian. The love I see that they show my sons and theirs. And it's the love of a father who is late to an award ceremony because he had his children's baseball game first. That's the best advice I can give you, because when we lead with that type of love, it's not about us, it's about we. And when we lead with that type of love, we can do what the Reverend William Barber says. We can be the moral defibrillators of our time and shock a city, shock the heart of a nation, and shock the heart of the world with peace and justice and love. Thank you all very much. I love you.
We're a natural gas company here, and we've got a very small social impact team, but I like to think we're small and mighty and have a lot of kindness to go around. With that in mind, I really want to dedicate this to Carol King on my team. She is the heart and soul of our team, and she's out there, knows everyone, so I'm just sort of up here on her behalf. But I would say, you know, for us at SCANA, because we do have a small team, and a lot of it for us was like, well, where do we start? Like, what can we do? A little bit of the small nature in there too, but it's really like, well, where do you begin? Like, well, what do you do? And I think taking from what a lot of people have said so far today is you just start by doing, right? I mean, you just figure out what it is you need to do, and you get out there and you start, and you don't know exactly what you're gonna do. You don't know if you're gonna be helpful or hopeful or what's gonna happen. But that's what we did with the homework centers that was mentioned earlier. So we sponsor aftercare programs at Title I schools, and the program was really developed to keep a lot of the kids in school so that they were not out on the street, maybe with bad influences, and we're there to help them with their schoolwork, with any kind of other tutoring they might need. We pay the teachers for their time after school. We give them snacks, books, supplies. We give them an ear if they need it. And Carol and a lot of our partners, I really have to shout out to. SCANA has a lot of partners in Atlanta that we really couldn't do this without. The Falcons and Atlanta United, The Dream. Lots of really great partners who have a lot of the resources that we as a small team don't have. So I think really it's get going, just do something, go into that, you know, if it's working, and bring a lot of your friends along who can help, who have similar needs and wants and want to do what you want to do, and get out there and just help where you can. That's what I would say. All right, thank you.
Three great speeches. Thank you very much and congratulations. So, it's now my honor to bring to the stage Queenie Jenkins, who's the Director of Community Engagement for Delta Airlines, who has been an honoree of Business Chronicle events in the past, and now she gets to be a presenter at Business Chronicle events, and I'd love to have Queenie come up. Queenie, come on up to the stage. It's yours.
Thank you. On behalf of our nearly 90,000 employees across the globe, it is our honor to sponsor today's Leaders in Corporate Citizenship Awards. Supporting this event aligns with Delta's charge to support the communities where our employees and our customers live, work, and serve. Our employees contribute thousands of hours to a host of causes across the globe, and many of those hours are contributed to the Atlanta community. We are a company driven by purpose, and giving back to our communities has been core to Delta and our culture for almost 100 years. Our 100th anniversary is next year, and we can't wait to bring you guys along with our celebrations. Through a range of partnerships with many organizations that are represented in this room today, Delta is investing in and addressing the needs of the Atlanta community. we're addressing the needs of our home. We're honored to stand alongside you and have a hand in work that makes a difference in the lives of everyday people. We do also hope that we are a demonstration of leading with love. Thank you for allowing us to participate today, and congratulations again to all the honorees. And now it's my honor to present the next category, which is Executive Champion for a Large Company. This category recognizes large company leaders who exemplify the ability to inspire and engage employees in social good by creating a company culture that embraces philanthropy, employee volunteerism, and personal commitment to giving back to the Atlanta community. And we have a single honoree in this category this year, Jenny Benura, President and CEO of Harry Norman Realtors. In 2018, Jenny established the Harry Norman Realtors Philanthropy Fund in partnership with the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. Throughout the year, sales associates agree to contribute a set amount from each closing to the Harry Norman Realtors Philanthropy Fund, and the company matches the funds raised. Since its inception, Harry Norman Realtors has contributed over $425,000 to the Community Foundation. Jenny actively participates in various influential Atlanta organizations, including serving on the board of the Buckhead Coalition and the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce. Please welcome Jenny to the stage.
Day for Delta yesterday. I'm sure you all heard that. Congratulations. Yes, very good. I'm honored to be here truly in this esteemed crowd, and it's very humbling to hear someone read about the things that you've accomplished, because you can't accomplish those by yourself. So I doubt anyone in here even nominated themselves for this. So I hope that one piece of advice is, whoever nominated you, thank them. Right? This is really special. Thank you to the Business Chronicle and all the sponsors for recognizing the great work that happens throughout our city and the things that make it better. It is truly an honor to be part of Harry Norman Realtors and lead that company, who has been part of the fabric of Atlanta since 1930. And my only advice is, let's keep going, because we have plenty more work to do. It's an honor. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Jenny, and thank you, Quinny, for your support and Delta's support as well. This next award recognizes an executive champion in the small company category. Same big impact, just a smaller employee base, right? Our next honoree, our first honoree in this category, is Tiffany Moorman, President of Marty Transportation. Now, one of the areas where Tiffany has made a significant impact is through her involvement with the Veterans of Foreign Wars post 6449 in Fairburn. As a volunteer, she's connected veterans to much needed services. Apart from her work with the VFW, Tiffany has also been involved with Triple Nickels Atlanta, an organization dedicated to providing support and resources to African American veterans and their families. She not only volunteers her time, but also utilizes her fleet and employees to give back to the community. Our next honoree in this category is Heather Robertson Fortner. She's the CEO and chair of the board for Signature FD. Now, 2 years ago, Heather created the philanthropic initiative called Signature Giving, which provides employees with the resources to support the causes they feel most strongly about. At the firm level, the program earmarks $100,000 in the annual budget for charitable giving. Since its inception, the The initiative has seen Signature FD donate more than $325,000 to their charitable partners, and staff donate more than 500 volunteer hours. And the final honoree in this category is J. Henry Walker IV, CEO and Chair of the Board for Kilpatrick, Townsend, and Stockton. Henry has contributed thousands of hours to public service. A small sample of his leadership roles include serving on the Board of Trustees for Mercer University, State Bar of Georgia Board of Governors, past president, Younger Lawyers Division, former chair of Indigent Defense Committee, serving on the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce and the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, the Grady Health Foundation, and Leadership Georgia. Henry's personal experience of engagement with the Atlanta community has translated into his example-setting leadership of the firm's community engagement here and also nationally and globally. So please welcome to the stage our honorees in this category, Tiffany, Heather, and Henry.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you to the Atlanta Business Chronicle for this honor. And like the young lady said before me, I am only here because of the people that nominated me. And so right now I would love you all to turn around and embarrass Allie Rivera and Mary Rivera. Those are my two women warriors that I met back in 2019. And we went through, so I met them at the VFW. They started doing their food pantry in our basement. And right as soon as we started, of course, here comes 2020. And the pandemic shut us down. But those ladies didn't stop. We moved from our VFW because we couldn't get to access the building anymore. We went into the parking lots. When we got to the parking lots, those two ladies lost two very important patriarchs in their family and in the business. Well, let me tell you, they never stopped. We didn't miss one, not one pantry, not one giveaway, not one person went hungry. Allie's had so many surgeries. It's the reason she does this, because people have so many food allergies. And we haven't stopped one time. So I'm here because they have inspired me. And if the one thing that I would like to give to everyone is, the advice I want to give, is if imposter syndrome attacks you, just turn it around and just think about your one thought, your one thing, the one thing that you do, that thing that broke your heart, and you turned it into something that gave you power. So keep going, no matter how you feel about it, just keep going and stay strong. Thank you.
Thank you. It is such an honor to be here tonight and to see such wonderful friends in the audience, but I do need to say a very special thank you. So I am 48 with a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old, and my husband has never been able to join me for one of these things, and he is here. So I would just really like to not only thank him for being here, but also thank our babysitter, because that was awesome. We at Signature FD have a mission statement that says that we want to impact the lives of 10,000 families, because we believe that financially healthy families and individuals change the world. I grew up in a home where money was scarce, but also the ability to talk in a healthy fashion about money was scarce as well. And so my undergraduate training is in finance, finance and my graduate training is in professional counseling. And we believe that financial health is not a luxury, it is a right. And so we are committed to ensuring that at least the community of Atlanta has the access and the education and the support that they need to have the financial health that will ultimately, I believe, start to change our community for the better. So we hope that you will join us on this journey. And again, thank you to Crystal and to the Atlanta Business Chronicle for having us tonight.
All right, thank you. It's awesome to be here in this room full of good, really good. It's awesome to be in this room full of love. I can't tell you how honored I am to get this, particularly all the great recipients. I have to give a shout out to the Kilpatrick table here, my friends that came out on a Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock for me. Thank you. Please stand up, please. Thank you. I gotta do it. These are the champions, by the way. I also want to thank my wife, Lane, for being here. Those of you who know me know that I wouldn't be here but for her. And I'm sorry about the Chick-fil-A grilled salad we had last night on Valentine's, but I'm gonna make it up. I was following the script here on one of the prompts, and it was, how would you respond to organizational change that we have implemented in support of our corporate citizenship program? And I'll keep this brief, but it's really three things we tried to do. Didn't feel like a lot of deep organizational change was necessary, but we focused on culture, people, and focus. Culture, most leaders would agree that culture eats strategy for lunch. At Kilpatrick, we've had a 150-year culture of being good corporate citizens. But you have to be mindful that you have to feed that every day. You have to feed that, you have to encourage it, you have to support it, you have to reward it, and you have to really be thankful and grateful for it. What we try to do at Kilpatrick is be a force for good, helping our clients, helping each other, and helping build more strong and just communities. And we do that through corporate citizenship, we do that through pro bono, and a number of other ways as well. People, our people drive all the good that we do. And again, we have to support and celebrate them. I would also add that in the corporate citizenship arena, the right organizational structure is important. Organizational structure does matter. And I'm really super proud about our structure led by Katie Beecham and our pro bono led by Tamara Caldress and others. They are the key. And having those leaders is really what makes us be able to do what we do. And then finally, focus. We've tried over the last 5 years or so really to focus our corporate citizenship efforts. There's a tendency to be a mile wide and an inch deep in a lot of areas, and we focused in on education and opportunity. Education through school partnerships and stem cell learning programs, and we also support economic opportunities through workforce pipeline programs and health, equity, and initiatives, science and technology education. So at least in my view, culture, people, and focus are the key organizational drivers to help champion corporate citizenship efforts. Thank you again, and it's great to be in this room full of love.
Congratulations, honorees. Now it's my honor to introduce Marcus Felder of Blackstone to help present the next category. Welcome from down from New York, Marcus. We're happy to have you here coming up to the stage.
So many people here. It's awesome. This is great. I'm so happy to be here from New York to take a quick flight down. My name is Marcus Felder. I'm the head of career pathways at Blackstone. It is such an honor to be here this evening. At Blackstone, we believe that talent is a key value creator and high potential employees, are vital to creating strong businesses. And few places are more vital magnets for top talent than Atlanta. Our portfolio consists of more than 230 companies, about 20 of which have a presence in Atlanta. And across those 230, they employ over 700,000 people, making us a equivalent to one of the largest Fortune 500 employers. The Career Pathways program that I oversee was launched in 2020 to strengthen these companies by broadening their networks from which they recruit, develop, and advance talent at both the entry and mid-levels. It was founded under the leadership of Joe Barata, Blackstone's global head of private equity and a national board member of Year Up. He had a clear vision: meaningfully disrupt historic hiring patterns and help companies recruit and develop talent from the widest possible range of backgrounds and experiences. Since inception, we're thrilled to have seen more than 6,000 untapped talent hires across nearly 50 participating portfolio companies, and we're excited to continue building on this expansion. On that, I'm thrilled to be here tonight to celebrate And More, a Blackstone portfolio company and participant in Career Pathways. And More operates the historic America's Mart showroom downtown. Its markets have contributed a yearly economic impact equivalent to 5 Super Bowls in downtown Atlanta. And so, the reason why we're here, the 2024 Rising Star Award recognizes people under 35 who have made a measurable impact in their organization's mission and programs to give back to the Atlanta community. This year's nominee, Danielle Hall, Vice President of IT Applications at And More, stood out above the rest. Danielle recently graduated from the Georgia Tech Executive MBA program with a specialization in management of technology, and has been an advocate for working mothers continuing their education. An active participant in giving back to the local community, Danielle was recognized as the 2022 Volunteer of the Year for Women in Technology, an organization that empowers girls and women to excel in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. She also leads the Community And More team, which coordinates service activities in Metro Atlanta, partnering with the Atlanta Community Food Bank and the Atlanta Women's Foundation to live out the company's core value of serving as a force for good, which I think we've heard a couple times tonight. It is my great honor to present this year's Rising Star Award to Danielle Hall of And More, to thank her for her incredible work in the Atlanta community. Congratulations, Danielle.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you to the Atlanta Business Chronicle, to the selection committee, to the partner, the presenting sponsors, and to And More, my And More family that's here. I chose the first prompt to speak to for my acceptance of this award. My most impactful organizational change has been helping to lead the Diversity and Inclusion Network that has now evolved into our Community And More initiative. It's been both fulfilling and rewarding, helping And More achieve a strong and meaningful presence in the Atlanta community by focusing on the key issues affecting our community. Food insecurity, by sponsoring the Hunger Walk and volunteering with Atlanta Community Food Bank. Homelessness, by partnering with Habitat for Humanity, Atlanta Missions, and Furnished with Love. And advancement of our youth, by partnering with the Atlanta Women's Foundation and with our annual Toys for Tots drive. I appreciate working for a company that understands the importance of social responsibility and has it incorporated in our company culture and values. Social good is good for business, and Atlanta has a lot of good business. Thank you.
Congratulations, Danielle. Go to the bullpen and start warming up. Get your arm all warmed up, okay? You're coming in pretty soon. It's almost time for your turn, but one more category before we move on to our Lifetime Achievement Award. Our final category of the evening before we present the Lifetime Achievement Award is Top Practitioners. The top practitioners category honors individuals whose job responsibilities include leadership and corporate social responsibility, sustainability, philanthropy, and/or volunteerism. This town is full of great people like this, and we have 3 fantastic honorees tonight. The first honoree is Michelle Blondheim, Director of Corporate Social Responsibility for APRIO and Executive Director of the APRIO Foundation. The APRIO Foundation's vision, championed by Michelle, revolves around providing opportunities for every APRIO employee to positively impact their local community. In 2022 alone, APRIO donated 29 community impact grants, totaling $160,000, to organizations such as the Bobby Dodd Institute, Second Helpings Atlanta, and Earthshare Georgia. Michelle's commitment to volunteerism is evident in her leadership of firm-wide campaigns, including National Volunteer Week, Accounting Food Fight, and Impact Week, plus partnerships with Operation Hope and the 1 Million Black Businesses campaign. The next honoree is Kat Reynolds, Manager of Community Relations for Veritiv. Since joining Veritiv in 2022, Kat spearheaded a refresh of the Community and Philanthropy program, Veritiv Connects, which resulted in doubling employee volunteerism, corporate giving, and overall community engagement with Kat's leadership. Veritiv introduced 2 national nonprofit commitments with Boys and Girls Clubs of America and Purpose Built. To enhance the employee giving and volunteer experience, Kat implemented Veritiv's first online philanthropic platform. And the last honoree is Maury Wolf, Vice President, Corporate Responsibility and Social Impact for Cox Enterprises. Maury launched the company's first enterprise-wide corporate social responsibility strategic plan focused on solving environmental and STEAM challenges for underserved communities. Since joining Cox Enterprises, Maury has driven employee engagement, implementing a company-wide employee engagement platform. To date, Cox has contributed over 200,000 volunteer hours to our communities. So please welcome me in welcoming Michelle, Kat, and Maury to the stage.
Spectacular career moment. I have so much gratitude for the CSR industry and all of the roles that I've held in the profession. It's allowed me to combine my social worker's heart and business mind to create positive social change, which is amazing. I want to thank APRIO for the nomination and the Atlanta Business Chronicle for this recognition. To my family and colleagues who are here with me today, I'm truly honored. Change makers come in all shapes and sizes. But first, quick question. Raise your hand if you've ever volunteered with a nonprofit or on the board of a nonprofit. Yes, love seeing those hands. And not surprising, creating social impact starts with the individual. One single person can create meaningful change. And when you amplify that impact through strategic partnerships and firm-wide campaigns and business initiatives, that's when the real magic happens. What starts off as a small moment can really grow to a big movement. I am so proud to be here today with all of you amazing change makers. Thank you so much.
I think it's just important to say that Michelle is one of my best friends. So I feel very special being on stage with her. My name is Kat Reynolds. I always say I'm usually the only cat in the room, possibly, don't know. So first I want to say Thank you to Veritiv for believing in me. Thank you to Christy Madera for hiring me. And thank you for letting me spread my wings. Now, I want to talk to you all about the advice I have for someone who thinks their impact is too small. And if you'll humor me, it was a little hard for me to remember this entire poem, so here we go. Sitting at the lunch table in my youth, I had not a lot to give, but I knew without a cookie, I could certainly live. Give how you can, when you can, where you can. Rehearsing on stage as a thespian, my time seemed endless. But I knew volunteering one day wasn't something I'd miss. Give how you can, when you can, where you can. Climbing corporate ladders downtown afforded little time, but I knew on the 1st and 15th I could spare a dime. Give how you can, when you can, where you can. As my friends are laid to rest and my pockets bare, my experience and wisdom I knew that I could share. I think you know this line. Give how you can, good job, when you can, where you can. So I encourage you all to find any moment in your life, know that you can give back in different ways. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is just a tremendous room of people. And since I knew I was standing in between Anne and you all, I hope you'll afford me a little bit of liberty with the question. As I was sitting here tonight thinking about the idea of these small things and these moments that matter, and the idea of leading from where you are, I think that is so true. But I think it's true in this space for a very particular reason. And it's because all of those small activities are in service of a higher vision. They're in service of a belief in a greater community, a better environment, a better world, that all of you collectively here tonight believe in. And we might describe it differently, but it's because we have this optimism about something actually much bigger than what's going on right now. My kids are here tonight, and they remind me that there are no small dreams that they have come up with at ages 6 and 8. And my team, my colleagues are here tonight, who I just adore and thank for being here. And part of what is so special about them is they are never satisfied that we have done good enough. And so when I look around this room, I'm reminded that we have a real responsibility to our dreams. And I hope that we will use those small steps to continue to dream much, much bigger. Thank you.
Congratulations to you all. I love that responsibility to your dreams. I love that. So now this brings us to our final award of the evening, and our presenter has already been mentioned from this podium, y'all. Ann Kramer, and she is here with us, and we are excited to have her here to present the Ann Kramer Award. Just to tell you a little bit about Ann in case you don't know. Ann Kramer, a senior consultant with Cox Curry and Associates, and this has been trimmed down, y'all, retired from a long career with the IBM Corporation as Director for Corporate Citizenship and Corporate Affairs for the Americas. Her pioneering work in the area of corporate citizenship and the dedication to her personal interest in children, youth, and education have been her areas of focus for many, many years, for decades. I told y'all it's been trimmed down. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Ann Kramer.
What a room. Y'all, let's just give all of the honorees such a great this group of people whom many of you, both I know, who have served with and worked with in the community. I am so excited because each of you, as we've heard, comes with that essence of how do we make the best of our community. So thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. To the Chronicle, thank you, Coca-Cola. Thank you, Blackstone. Thank you, Delta. To all of you who have been a part of this extraordinary evening. And aren't you inspired? It feels so good to be here. And it is, for me, such an honor, a thrill, a delight, a joy to get to be the one to present the Corporate Citizenship Award to, and y'all are going to laugh, my dear, dear friend Amanda Brown Olmsted, who is also the president and CEO of A. Brown Olmsted. Okay, Crystal, you didn't want to go through my bio. Y'all don't want to know how long Amanda and Ann have been together. But you'll find out a little bit. So hold on, because buckle up when you hear what Amanda Brown Olmsted has done over the past decades. I think you're going to say, you're kidding me. She did that? Oh, wow. I can't believe it. I didn't know that. Because you will in a couple of seconds. But Amanda's proud influence on Atlanta and the community is a testament to exactly what this recognition means. She is unwavering in her commitment to the corporate social responsibility, sustainability, philanthropy, and volunteerism over 6 decades. Not that we're saying anything about AGE in this room, but as we've talked about this recognition, as I understand it, and the relevance of what it means to our community, I hope you remember when the CEOs of the Business Roundtable sort of redefined the role of corporations in community. And that was when, David, we created, or not we, you all created this recognition. Because when the Roundtable developed this whole essence of who is a company, who is a business, who is a corporation in the communities in our global universe, we said, not only do we have a responsibility to the shareholders or stockholders, we now call stakeholders, but they also deliver value to customers and to vendors and suppliers and employees. And then we also say we invest in people because we want to deliver on our promise to our customers, to our employees, to all of the constituencies, especially supporting the communities, I love this, in which we have the privilege to serve. The privilege to serve. And what you've heard from all of those recognized tonight is that those companies have provided a space for the people to make a difference in their communities. But with Amanda, from the very beginning, and you all know I've been in the tech sector for a long time. And in it, I would like to talk to a lot of the up-and-coming entrepreneurs. They'd always say, well, Ann, I'll be a good corporate citizen when I make my first million or billion. And I say, oh, no, 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 no. You be a corporate citizen from the day you have the idea, which is exactly what Amanda Brown Olmsted has done. From the beginning, when she started her business, she has exuded the definition of a corporate citizen. As I think of that definition of a best corporate citizen, it is Amanda Brown Olmsted. She has provided her heart, her head, her hands into the community as she makes her way as a business, absolutely. She's always clear on E to R, ROI, and how she delivers to her clients and what difference it makes to the community. She brings her expertise, her influence, her assets, her resources to create a space in our community. As a responsible leader in the community with all those things she has been blessed with being an asset, providing valued treasures for social change. It's in her DNA. Amanda has forever been a leader in corporate citizenship. Okay, now here, this is what you're going to have such a fun time remembering about the extraordinary value of my friend Amanda Brown Olmsted. When her company was founded in 1972, she's become a positive force for change Some examples of the things that she has done, both as a public relations expert professional, as well as a volunteer. Light Up Atlanta, in collaboration with Central Atlanta Progress, which brought together Georgia Power and General Electric and lighting buildings, 68 buildings across the community. The Atlanta Police Department's recruitment campaign, as we would say, look at our lineup. Is that not fun? Recruitment to bring a whole essence of knowledge about what it is to produce and recruit the best within our public safety environment. She also did the Pure Water is No Pipe Dream, I love that one, campaign for the city of Atlanta, and the Goodwill Ambassador Program for the Goodwill Games. She's also talked about Speak Truth to Power, been reading in conjunction with the Martin Luther King birthday weekend at Ebenezer, and she's worked most recently with C.T. Vivian's Chronicles to be able to really tell the story of the power of the civil rights movement. And you will see the new Cyclorama Will Turn You Around campaign. But beyond specific projects, y'all, this is where it's so fun for me, as I think. Amanda and I were in the same Leadership Atlanta class, 1977. Outstanding Atlanta, Georgia Forward, all the organizations that have been a part of the creative of bringing the people, young people, into the civic arena. And that's why when you say beyond specific projects, Amanda's influence extends through her leadership roles on so many organizations, in so many arenas, that you're going to be so proud, from the Georgia Conservancy Board, to the Carter Center Board of Counselors, to the International Women's Forum, to Metropolitan Chamber, and Central Atlanta Progress, from business to community, collaboration, leadership, bright light, Amanda Brown Olmsted. Her unique blend of business acumen and civic commitment throughout every part of our community has deeply intertwined with her business prosperity. So yes, is she a professional? Oh yes, but she's a person who has contributed so much more. Now, ABC, Atlanta Business Chronicle, has caught up with a couple of her friends, and we'd like to show you a short video of how others view this amazing woman, Amanda Brown Olmsted.
Amanda not only does extraordinary professional work, she weaves in her touch of community service and philanthropy in everything she does.
She has been a consultant in diversity and inclusion throughout the nation. She's very quiet, very sweet, very unassuming. You don't know she's there until things get settled, and then you realize her fingerprints are all over the place.
Amanda does not accept no for an answer. She keeps on going, and she is driven to do good for others. And she does that 24/7. No ifs, ands, or buts. She doesn't give up, and she keeps on going.
Like the product with Ukraine, she will not stop until all of the work is done, more money is raised, because when she sees the need, she wants to make sure she can support it.
Amanda and I have worked to create helpingukraine.us, and we are shipping supplies and equipment to 10 different projects along the war front on the eastern side of Ukraine. I've been over there a couple times, and Amanda documented my trips and has gotten us a massive amount of positive publicity for that cause.
She never gives out of energy. She and I are working on something now related to the environment, which is so far ahead of anything we did yesterday. So she is always seeking the new, innovative approach, new ways to tell a story. She never stops. Praise heavens for Amanda Brown Olmsted.
I'm also grateful because I was about to turn 90 and I didn't really want to think about it. Next thing I know, she had thought up a whole program of how I could celebrate my 90th birthday. And she and a lot of my good friends and supporters put it all together, and all I could say was thank you.
When you look at the list of people with which she has supported and worked with and for, C.T. Vivian now, John Lewis, Ambassador Andrew Young, all these extraordinary leaders all sought out Amanda.
She doesn't leave a lot of fingerprints, but every now and then you see a succession of palm prints, and you realize that Amanda's had her hands in most of the good things that have gone on in Atlanta, Georgia, and the South in her lifetime.
When you look at her client list, it has everything from things that are fancy, like fashion, to people who have been in the vineyards relative to working on civil rights and social justice. And so that is not only impressive, it's inspiring.
It's an honor to be here honoring you, and I can't think of anyone better suited than you to receive this award named after Ann Kramer, the human exclamation mark. Because like her, you are an exclamation mark, and you're incredible.
Congratulations, Amanda, on your Lifetime Achievement Award. It would have taken me 3 or 4 days to reflect on all of the things that you have been involved in that have been valuable and virtuous for the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia. God has blessed us with you, and may God continue to bless you and us as we work together to make the city of Atlanta more like the kingdom of God.
Amanda, it is such an honor for me to be able to congratulate you on receiving the Ann Kramer Corporate Citizenship Award. You are the epitome of an excellent person in the arena of corporate citizenship. Congratulations, Amanda Brown Olmsted.
So, you know, we were given choices. I couldn't just say what I wanted to say. Pick one. So I thought I would address change makers who believe their impact is too small. And why? Because that's what I've been doing my whole life. Nothing is too little to be good. Entering through the gates of the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, that's how I got here. And inspired by my parents who gave so much to my hometown of Jackson, Mississippi. I came right through that gate. It was my duty, my culture, my personality to get involved in Atlanta. And this is the city, as all of you know, where you can roll up your sleeves and give of time and treasure. This is a place where nothing is too small. So whether it's a one-on-one launch and help to launch a new arts nonprofit, or it's a big major effort underway, our involvement in this city is what makes this city so special. And all of you in this room are a part of that. And that's what just sort of takes my breath away. It also makes your business strong, because as you network and become friends with others throughout the city, sharing these common missions we all do, and making Atlanta the best city it can be, your efforts take you on a new journey through that network of doers, like all of you in this room. Everything you do, if you do it well, it leads to the next thing, the next big thing. So in my life, an event for the Boys Club leads to the launching of the Ritz-Carlton hotel chain. And one thing always leads to another. So in that regard, my journey here in Atlanta has for almost 60 years put me on that path. Any opportunity to give back can energize you. It gives you tremendous satisfaction and joy just in helping others. For me, those others are very often my clients. I have that privilege of serving them and bringing them into the community with new ideas and energy. In my industry, we call it community relations. And it seems, and going through my list of clients, maybe 1,000 or so, I marked them off. How many of them did I lead into community relations programs? Oh my goodness, the statistics are quite high. We all know that as we work together in this Atlanta community, we're on missions together, and that leads us on this new journey. We all know that being seen, for instance, is something showing up, they say. But then we are participating in a part of this formula that makes Atlanta what it is today. In fact, I'm going to annual meetings for the Metro Chamber, Central Atlanta Progress, Council of Quality Growth. You know where I love to go? It's a reunion every time, and I get so many hugs. I love that. So I'm reminded of a project I did years ago. I did a civic directory on Atlanta, where I helped corporations learn how to teach their senior people how to get involved in the community and why it matters. So this was my view of civic opportunity, getting involved. And once you get started, and you're recognized for doing a good job, it feels so good that you want to keep going. And guess what? When you do a good job, somebody says something and the phone rings. As John Lewis said, step up and speak out. What I'd like to say to all of you as advice is get involved, step up, and watch out. That phone will ring. So, everyone, I'm really blessed, and your remarks were just to my heart, made me cry. And I really appreciate all of you being here and this opportunity for me to say that Atlanta has been so good to me. I hope I've been good to Atlanta. Thank you so much.
Y'all can stay up here if you want. You can walk down either way. You can stay if you want. When I moved to Atlanta in 1989, this woman, I think, may have been the first phone call I received. And she was inviting me out to introduce her clients, asking who I needed to get to know in the community. And it's gone on nonstop ever since. And you've been an amazing inspiration. And I hope we all learned a lot, not only from Amanda, but from all the winners tonight. And of course, from the incomparable Ann Kramer. I want to thank them so much for everything they've done for this community, and thank all of y'all for coming out tonight. If you're having a bad day at work, try to reflect back on tonight, and try to reflect back on all you heard, and all the positive things going on in our community, and all the great things we're doing in this community. And I'm excited that y'all were here to witness this, what was a really special night. Now, on your way out, you get to read all about this also in addition to the Chronicle we'll have for you on your way out, but you don't have to leave quite yet. This is a beautiful spot. Please have something more to eat, have something more to drink, enjoy Guardian Works, and again, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you again, Ann. Thank you again, Amanda. Byron, do you have something you'd like me to say to everyone? I think Byron would like me to make sure that all the winners please come back up to the stage tonight for a class photo so we can have that to run in the paper next week. So anyway, thank you everybody. Appreciate your time here. And I'd like to thank, very importantly, Blackstone.